read about 10 chapters, means brief explanation of 10 chapters in class 7 history textbook. Okay. Every chapter in class 7 history textbook deals about different aspects of which history? Ancient, medieval or modern? It is medieval Indian history. Okay. When you open this book, there are certain interesting aspects which you have to take care. Okay. We're talking about this page. Okay. In this page, what are the things given? It is mentioned here. Cadets, it's very important to read the text according to the guidelines given in the book. Now, in each chapter, there will be columns like this. Okay. This particular box is called as what? It is called as definition box. What is called definition? Definition is meaning. Okay. Example is cartographer. Cartographer, this is a box. It is there in chapter number 1. What is the meaning of the word cartographer? Cartographer means a person who makes the map. So a person who makes the map is called cartographer. Like this, every chapter there is definition box. So what you have to do before reading the textbook or before reading the chapter, you have to make sure that you are reading this particular definition box so that you can understand the chapter in an easy way. Definition box. Few chapters contains definitions which gives the meaning of the word. For example, page number 1, cartographer. Cartographer is a person who makes the map. So, while reading the chapter, make sure that you give enough importance to the definition box. Moving to second. In most of the chapters, you can find maps. Take for example, it is a medieval Indian map is given here, and in this map, the chapter expects you to do certain important activities. Now, what is the importance of these activities? Imagine if India political map is given to you, and if I ask you to locate Delhi, then your understanding level of location of Delhi when you do practically on the map definitely enhanced. That's the reason why in each chapter you can find these kind of activities and you have to read that activity. For example, I am reading here, locate Gurjara Pratiharas, Rashtrakuta, Pala, Chola and Chauhans, that is Chahamanas. So now these are the dynasties, that is Gurjara Pratihara is a dynasty, Chahamana is a dynasty, Rashtrakuta is a dynasty. Now what is the activity given here? Activity given is that in this map you have to locate it. Now in the textbook it is all mentioned here. You can see Chauhanas, Chahamanas, Rashtrakutas all mentioned here. But once again, as an activity, you have to locate these in outline map so that you can understand the location of these dynasties in an easy way. So, the second activities which you have to give importance in a textbook is about location, that is locating. Moving to next, there is something called source box. Take for example, when we study about the chapter of trades and craftsmen, artisans, then we are going to study about Hampi. When we speak about Hampi in the chapter, definitely there are one near in that chapter you can find a source box. Source box explains about that particular place in detail. Okay. So what is the purpose of source box? Many chapters contains the portion from the source, and this gives clue from which the historians write the history. Read these carefully and discuss the questions they contain. Example is given. Now you see chapter number 6. For example, chapter number 6, the name of the chapter is Towns, Traders, Craftspersons. Page number 83. Now this is an image taken from the textbook. Fortified city. This is how a Portuguese traveler Domingo Dias described Hampi in the 16th century. I at the entrance gate where those who pass who come from Goa. This king has made within it's a very strong city fortified with walls and towers. Now, if you read this source box, then definitely this source box will explain the condition of Hampi in those days. So when you read this, definitely you will get an imaginary picture of Hampi in the medieval Indian history. Since you are in class 7, actually class 7's tour is to Hospet and Hampi. So what is the real situation of Hampi today? It may not be the same in the past. So when you read the source box, you will get detail, and because of this reading, definitely an imaginary picture definitely comes in your mind. That is what we are talking about, source box. And you see, at the end of the source box, there is a question. Why do you think the city was fortified? Okay, so not only reading the source box, you have to try to answer the question which is mentioned in the source box. Why do you think the city was fortified? So purpose of fortifications, that is the question. So that is the question which you have to answer. So this is the second one. Next, moving to next activity which you have to do. That is, in each chapter there are text-based questions and activities that are highlighted. What you have to do? Spend more time discussing these as you go along, because in each chapter you get this kind of text boxes you can find. It is examples. For example, this is in page number 80 of your textbook. As you can see, during this period there was a great circulation of people and goods. What impact do you think this would have had on the lives of people in towns and villages? Make a list of artisans living in the town. Now what you have to do? Read this, and what are the final activities given mentioned here? What is the activity you have to make? That make a list of artisans living in the towns. So this is the activity, so that your involvement on that particular chapter will be more. Moving to next, that is additional information. Additional information is nothing but reference. Okay. Many chapter contains boxes with interesting additional information for the better understanding of the chapter. So many chapters they contains boxes of with interesting additional informations. So please read these additional information, those additional informations for the better understanding of the chapter. Page number 80 of the textbook. Given the slide. How you see? It's an additional information related to Kabul. It is there at the page number 80 of your textbook. What today Kabul, those days medieval century Kabul is entirely different. So So this particular information definitely will enhance your curiosity. Kabul, with its rugged mountains and landscape, Kabul, present day is in Afghanistan. What you can do is you can try to locate Kabul in the present day world map, because Kabul is in present day Afghanistan. Became politically and commercially important from the 16th century onwards. So these are additional informations. When you read these additional informations, you can correlate this chapter very easily. Keywords. Most of the chapters contains the box called keywords. What is the purpose of keyword? At the end of each chapter, you will find a list of keywords. These are to remind you of the importance of ideas which are introduced in that particular chapter. For example, temple towns, urbanization, Vishwakarma, emporium, black town. These are the keywords of that particular chapter. Temple towns. What do you mean by temple towns? It is explained there. Urbanization, growing of towns. Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma is a particular category of artisans. Emporium, black town. So read these keywords. So definitely reading of these keywords definitely helps to understand the chapter in a better way. Now let us move to the final activity. There are three. Okay. At the end of the chapter, you have question and answers. Question and answers also, the level of understanding, the knowledge level. Definitely, each question's knowledge level, weightage level is different. Moving to the first one. In the first level that is let's recall. Recalling is nothing but your memory. Every chapter consists of let's recall questions. For example, Rajarajeshwara temple built in dash. Means you have to recall, remember, you are reading and you have to remember the answer, so that it's a easy, means in a knowledge based, it is easy one. Recalling is easy one. Take for example, if you are meeting a friend after 2 or 3 years, you try to recall his name. It's a memory activity. So the first activity is called as recall. So every chapter consists of questions which is called as let's recall. So here you have to answer the questions from your memory. The second one, let's understand. This is a deeper level. What is this activity expects from you? That, for example, one question is, why do you think temples or the towns grew around the temples? Now the question expects you to give the reasons that why towns are rapidly growing or grew on those days near the temple areas. Why not in the outer periphery of a village? Why they are all concentrated in the temple areas? So here you have to give justifications for the answers. Means the questions you, okay. How important were craftspersons for the building and maintenance of temple? You have to explain what is the role of a craftsperson in maintenance of a temple or other monuments. So this is what the question expects from you. So let's understand. Means you have to explain in detail. Moving to the next activity, that's let's discuss. This is much little higher activity. You can do in your homes, but for a better thing, when the school reopens, definitely we will go in detail. That you have to discuss about the questions based on those chapters. So these are the activities which you have to do. And the next is an interesting activity which you can do. That is called let's do. Let's do, I explained you. Studying about Delhi is different. Locating Delhi in a political map is a different thing. So what is let's do? Let's do is nothing but you have to do the activity which is asked or in that particular chapter. Find out, take for example I am reading this, find out more about architecture, either Tanjore or Hampi, and prepare a scrapbook illustrating temples and other buildings from the cities. So what you will do? You have to make a scrapbook. Means you have to cut the paper cuttings and all. But the theme of your book, the scrapbook, is nothing but Tanjore or Hampi. One of these should be the theme. So that additional information, you get the curiosity of that particular topic or a chapter. Okay. So these are the activities which you are supposed to do in that particular book, that is our past part 2. Okay. I repeat once again, I will sum up what you have to do. In class 7 we study medieval Indian history. In class 7 we study medieval Indian history. Roughly we study from AD 700 till AD 1750. So it is almost 1000 years. That means AD 700 till AD 1750. So in this book we study about the development which are underwent all these 1000 years. So what are the developments? Means we study about political changes, economic changes, social changes. For example, food system. Today we eat burger, but imagine 100 years, 200 years back, Indians, they may not be aware of the food called burger. Like that, in 6th century AD, potato, what is a common food today in India, vegetable. But this potato was not grown in India. It was not there in India. Like that, there are several agriculture products, even tea, coffee, that is called beverage crops. These are all the crops or the food system which they came along with the Europeans to India. So we are going to study detail about all those things in this book, our past. So try to understand. In class 7 we are studying about medieval Indian history. Class 6 you studied ancient Indian history, and in class 8 we are going to study about modern Indian history.